Good evening, Internet. Good evening. Eric Arnold, also known as the Big E. 7 o'clock Monday evening. I'm here in the sports barn. And I'm here to bring you some picks for Tuesday, whatever today is tomorrow. Tuesday. Picks of American college basketball. For those of you who missed that recap video that I posted Sunday, we had 51 picks going Saturday. We had 28 winners, 22 losers, 1 tie. That brought our record to 111 wins, 84 losses. We started making these videos around the 6th of January. So hey, the record's pretty good. So that's the old business. Let's get right to it. I've got other things going this week of a non-handicapping related nature, unfortunately. So we got some picks for you on Tuesday, and after that, I don't know when we're going to be able to get you something. It could be the weekend. Gonna see what we can do to maybe get you something for Thursday or Friday, but man, it just could be the weekend. So I apologize for that, but unfortunately, sometimes life intercedes, and you just can't always do what you want to do. All right, so let's see what we got here. We got subscriber F. I do believe these are in chronological order. There are only 6 of them, so you should be able to figure them out at any rate. Into the MAC, we got Bowling Green getting 8.5 at Akron. Well, this looks like a Bill Parcells special here. I mean, the records are identical. The Pomeroy rankings are pretty divergent, but the records are identical. So as our drop-by commenter, who I hope's still here, noted, of course, we are taking the road team and taking that juicy 8.5 points, which we think will look pretty good on Bowling Green, for 2 stars. I'm just double checking my notes so I don't say something out of turn here. And once again, I got something there that I can't read. Okay, all right, here we are. All right, very good, very good. Okay. A10, St. Bonaventure, they got a half-decent record, 16-8, 103 Pomeroy ranking. They're 6.5 point favorites at St. Joe's of Philadelphia. They're 4-19, 266 Pomeroy ranking. Last time we had St. Bonaventure in a similar situation, laying a pretty hefty number at Fordham, and they didn't play very well at all. The only reason I got the cover was because they were incredibly lucky. The game went to overtime, and they got lucky in overtime. St. Joe's, 4-19, that's a bad team. We think we have a coaching advantage as well. Mark Schmidt, I think that's his name, at St. Bonaventure. He's one of the A10's longest tenured coaches. Great success. The coach here at St. Joe's, brand new guy. Learned a lot of whatever he knows sitting the bench as an assistant with Brett Brown, who's about to be fired with the Philadelphia 76ers. So, what kind of experience that is, I don't know. Good, bad, you be the judge. So we like St. Bonaventure. We think that hopefully they learned their lesson at Fordham, that, hey, we got a tomato can in front of us here, so let's not screw around. Let's get out fast and bury these guys and not just let them hang around and hang around and hang around like we did up in the Bronx with Fordham. So let's hope that's what happens. We're taking St. Bonnie, the Bonnies from upstate New York. Chad from New York, apparently, according to the New York State Legislature, will not be able to bet on him. He'll have to play one of these other games. We got the MAC, back in the MAC. Northern Illinois, 15-9. They're getting 7.5 from Ball State. Ball State came up small for us on Saturday. That was one of our losers. We like Northern Illinois. We like Northern Illinois. We like them for 2 stars. I mean, we figure it'll be a sparsely attended game. 7.5 points. I don't know the 2 teams are that divergent. I mean, Pomeroy would tell you Ball State's better, but then the record, Northern Illinois' record's better. So who is better? You know, I don't know. I know that 7.5 points is pretty good. In conference, that's a pretty decent amount of points. So we'll take it. Eastern Illinois, Eastern Michigan. They're 12-11, 268. They're getting 6.5 from Central Michigan. They're 13-9, 181. All these MAC teams, I mean, they have pretty crummy Pomeroy numbers, but they're all way above 500. They must play just absolutely shit teams in the non-conference. I don't know. Not important to our discussion here, but we're going to take Eastern Michigan played real well for us on Saturday, really well. They almost beat these guys outright, Akron, and they're pretty much the best team in the conference. So we're hoping that they just come back-to-back with two good efforts, that perhaps that wasn't a one-off deal, that Eastern Michigan maybe has found something. Maybe they're starting to get some young players to dial in and get some experience and starting to play better. So we're kind of going to go back here to Eastern Michigan and hope we get another big effort from them. Take 2 stars on that one. That would go into the Big Ten. The Big Ten, you can probably watch this game on TV. We're going to take, what are we taking? We got 17 points here. Nebraska, who, you know, they had their moments there in the Big Ten in the past few years where it looked like they might actually become a thing. And then they canned their coach, and now they're in complete rebuild mode. So they're 7 and 16, 138 Pomeroy rankings. That's one of the things about the Pomeroy rankings I'm not 100% sure makes total sense to me. I mean, you know, Nebraska gets a decent Pomeroy ranking simply by playing tough teams every week and getting beat. You know, does that require you to get a good ranking or a good rating? I don't know. But at any rate, they're 17-point dogs at Maryland. Maryland's one of the best teams in the country. They're 19-4, 8th best according to Ken Pomeroy. One thing about Maryland we've noticed is they have a tendency sometimes to just take whole halves off. We had them against Northwestern some weeks ago, and they just, you know, let Northwestern build a 10, 15-point lead, and then they just completely flipped that in the second half and blew them out. So, don't know what we're going to get from these guys, but that's just too many points for us to turn down. We're going to take Nebraska. Take it for 2 stars. Too many points in conference. It seems like this might be a nice place. I mean, Maryland's coming off a nice win at Illinois, which kind of opens up the door for these guys to win the conference. So, you know, you beat a tough team on the road. Now you're coming home and you're playing poor old Nebraska. Yeah, this is a perfect spot for these guys just to take a break. So we'll see what happens. And lastly, we're going out here to San Diego, and we got New Mexico. They're 17-8, 133. They're getting 16 points. San Diego State undefeated, 4 according to Pomeroy, 4th best team. We are going to take. What are we doing? We're taking New Mexico. We're going to take New Mexico. 1, 2, 3. We're going to give that one 3 stars. We're going to give that one our best rating. And I think my BS was better on some of these other games, but why? New Mexico played these guys already, and San Diego State thumped them at Albuquerque by 25, 30 points. So we're kind of hoping now, thinking that New Mexico's going to make some adjustments. They're going to, you know, watch their film and say, okay, now we've seen them. And then San Diego State, you know, what adjustments do they have to make? They're going to, you know, just say, oh, okay, that team sucks. We'll just, throw our shoes on the court and kick their ass. We don't have to actually do anything or prepare. So that's what we're kind of hoping, is that These guys take it easy. 16 points, big number. These guys don't score a lot sometimes, so maybe this game ends up in the 60s, and if we can keep this game in the 60s, maybe 16 points will be enough. I had put 3 stars on it, so I guess I figure it will be enough. But that's the thinking. So that's all I got for you. Like I said, I'd love to be able to make at least 1 or 2 more videos this week for you, but I just am looking at my schedule and I just don't see it. And I've learned that if you try to handicap when you're distracted or irritable or tired, you get bad handicapping. So these picks are probably all going to suck because I'm all those things right now. So there you have it. That's what we got. Good luck. Oh, 20 subscriber. We got a 20 subscriber. Nice round number. So whoever that is, thanks. Welcome. We'll be more peppy and chipper at some point in the future, just not tonight. And maybe we'll hit all these picks, and then whenever I get to make my next video, then we'll be all excited. But we'll see what happens. So you got a good lead time here to get these games before, the numbers start moving around. So, jump on those numbers while they're still soft, and maybe you get some value. If you like these games at all. Randall, who commented, he's probably looking at that and goes, well, I like all the home teams. Well, yeah, you're probably in the wrong place then, because right now that's all we seem to have are away teams. And I know it's wrong. I mean, I'm trying to get this model to figure out ways and times and places the home teams play well, but I just haven't figured it out yet. And, like I said, this week, just not going to have time to work on it. So, very good. Very good. Appreciate y'all being here, and we'll see you again. Good evening. Eric Arnold, out.